I'm currently filing my nails. A little fatigue because I'm just now entering 8 months of pregnancy. And I'm like, you know what? I really want to shoot a makeup video for my channel today. I don't know where in the world I have found the motivation to want to do that. But I am feeling motivated. So when that happens, I definitely like to take full advantage of it. And this weekend I went through some giftings that I got, which I added to this like inventory. So I just had a massive clean out. These are the things that like I actually do want to end up trying. And so I pulled some things, sneak peek, that I want to use actually for this video today. And I'm just gonna put it to the test, catch you guys up on life. It's gonna be a great one. You ready? All right, let's do this. Okay, you guys, I am so excited that I have officially found my energy today, and I don't know, something in me was like, I want to like actually put an effort into getting ready today. So here we are. I realized that, man, y'all, it's been a while since I have done sort of like a Makeup and Motivate video on my channel. If you're unfamiliar with Makeup and Motivate, it's actually a series that I started 3 months postpartum after I had Teeny. When it came time to get back into the swing of things, I just was not feeling it. So I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about that, but then also do the Makeup and Motivate. That's what we're gonna be doing today, Makeup and Motivate. And I don't know what episode, but let's go. If you're wondering where this cute little sweater is with sheer sleeves, because hey, you know, pregnancy, that sweatiness, the hormones, I mean, it's real. So this is my cozy but sheer fall sweater. This is from Zara. All right, so as you guys know, I have just been fully embracing the season of just enjoying Texas, being in our new home, and just not feeling like I have to like always get ready and try so hard. So today's look is gonna be very natural, but I wanna incorporate that glam fall feel. So I feel like I can do it by really sprucing up the eyes and the lip, but I'm gonna keep the skin pretty natural. This pregnancy has blessed me in the skin department. I'm gonna be using the Cover FX Tinted Moisturizer. I think it's gonna be a little dark at first, but that's okay because I definitely want some color. This is actually in the shade Tan. I don't spend too much time focusing on the technique. I just like using makeup as the gimmick. So I'll be sure to do little pop-up graphics of these products that I'm using in the shades so that you guys can follow along as this video goes. So like I was saying, when I started this series, Makeup and Motivate, I was definitely in a season where I felt like, what am I doing? I gotta get back in the swing of things. I need to start creating content again. I had some like campaigns in the pipeline that I needed to prepare and shoot for. And this is all while we were living in LA back in 2018. So my idea was I was gonna go into my filming room and I was just gonna do a get ready with me glam look, like full face. But I remember grabbing all the stuff and I was like, Zaz, what are you doing right now? I just got so emotional, like, why do I feel so not in the mood to do this? And obviously I was a new mom and my head was in a different place. Also in that season of life, I wasn't really doing that kind of makeup, let's be real. I remember just walking out of the room, literally crying my eyes out. And I was just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to go back to the old me when I feel like I'm starting to really come into like whoever this new person is. My dearly beloved husband, Stevie, he was like, what's going on? Why are you crying? And I was like, it's probably hormones, but also, you know, I'm supposed to be getting back into the swing of things, but I'm just not feeling it. Like, does this mean all of the work that I've put in and the passion for makeup and beauty has just completely gone down the drain? He just sat there with me, let me vent, let me sob my eyes out. He was like, well, you know, you love makeup, but Saz, there's so many other parts to who you are that you only really share like little glimpses of, and you've sort of put yourself in a box where you feel like you have to always just do makeup videos. But he said, you know, you can still enjoy makeup, but you can add a little twist to it. I just thought, what am I gonna like do? I remember he was like, you could literally call it like Makeup and Motivate. This can be something that you just do and use makeup as the gimmick. Spending that 10 to however minute long video really encouraging and inspiring women. And I suddenly felt this spark go off that I had not been feeling for a while. And all of a sudden I got this idea and I thought, yes, I'm gonna do a series where it is called Makeup and Motivate, and I'm gonna use my makeup products and not focus so much on the tutorial and how-to aspect, but let me talk about different things that real women go through. And that's how Makeup and Motivate came about. And so that first episode I did, it was really raw, really vulnerable. I was so like sad. You could just tell in my eyes, like I was just finally coming out of this shell, I feel like, and I needed to just be honest and open. And I used that video really as like a therapy session, and so many women responded to that. That's what kind of encouraged me to keep going with it. I felt inspired as my pregnancy is now coming to an end to kind of bring that back here today. Something really cool that 2020 has taught me is just the importance of giving yourself the freedom and the space to breathe. Moving to Texas definitely has given us that space and that freedom that we didn't even realize we needed until we got here. I just really didn't know what God was doing when he told us last year, back in May 2019. By the way, sorry God, not to like, you know, intrude here on our moment. This Charlotte Tilbury powder that I always use in my videos, it's the Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is not sponsored. I was using it in the lighter shade. Well, I actually upped it up in the darker shade. It's actually the tan shade. And on the days when I don't really like do a lot, I don't know why, but I like putting this on with like a fan brush. I feel like it instantly gives my skin like color. So it just like sets what I just did, everything that I just did in place. And I really love it. Okay, where were we, God? Oh, we were talking about, you know, the big move. Back in 2019, people thought we were crazy. Our friends groups, even some of our family members were like, what are y'all doing? Like, you guys love that house that you bought. We didn't even know. Like, we couldn't explain other than God was like, go to Texas for the summer. And Teeny was at the age where it was like, man, she really needed to get to know some of her family. I don't know, maybe it was like the mommy guilt in me, but I just felt like, man, I grew up around family and we haven't seen our family in a while. A Texas summer would be pretty good for all of us. We went out to Texas. I remember June 1st was my brother's graduation in Dallas, Texas. And I had no idea in my mind that we were like, you know what I mean? Not going back to LA at that time. 4 months is what we said. So come August, that's like the magic month. So let me enjoy June, July. All of a sudden, it's like June was done. We were looking at properties like via Zillow and all this stuff, like communicating with our realtor back in LA. Stevie and I made this list in my bedroom, which I grew up in Dallas, Texas. And then we put it away. We were like, all right, we'll see what God does here. The house that we're in now was like 99%, everything on that list checked. And that just goes to show that God, he hears those desires in our hearts. He wants us to declare the blessings that we want to see in our life. And so this was really this test of faith for us in the waiting season. So we sold the house and then we go to Texas and God's quiet. And I'm like, you there? Like, now what? I had felt like it had already been 100 years since we had last been in our own house. Come 4 months, your mind can easily go to the place and wander and say like, maybe we did make the wrong choice. We even had a couple friends that were like, do you guys regret it? God is not concerned with the perfection of our hearts. He is concerned more with the direction of our hearts. Can I get an amen on that? After that summer, you know, when we realized it's been 4 months, we've had zero luck. We've looked at probably a bajillion houses in LA. And we ended up even going back to LA to actually look in person too. And it was just such a fail. Imagine that disappointment when you're like leaving and you're like, oh, still no house. Then we decided spontaneously out of the blue, we were like, it's September. It's about to be the fall. We love the fall. This is the one time in our life where me, you, and Teeny, I said to Steve, can really just like embrace the whole living out of suitcases and maybe get away for a little bit. So Stevie had the genius idea to go to Europe. And so I said, well, at this point, it's like we're living out of suitcases. When are we ever gonna really get to do this again? I knew that we were gonna start trying come the new year. So I was like, let's go. So we ended up going to Switzerland. We went to the countryside of Paris and we went to Italy and we just like took Teeny with us. And it was such a sweet time for our family. And I didn't realize, wow, how amazing is it that we get to do this together? And we felt so far from home. We felt so removed. And I remember hearing Stevie FaceTiming his brother Ben, and we were in Provence. It was a rainy night, and Ben was like, man, how's this trip? How's it going? You guys look like you're having so much fun. We were both kind of having one of those days where you feel a little homesick, even though you're here in this beautiful place. And so I just remembered he was telling him like, honestly, man, it's so great out here, but we just want to go home. and like to our home, like whatever that home is. That right there was like almost where God needed to get us. Some funny things started happening on that trip after that conversation with his brother. That next morning, Stevie goes, hey, our hotel number is the number 9. And I said, yeah, so what? And he was just like, well, the last place we were at in Switzerland, our hotel number was number 9 too. And he's like, I just think it's funny. So then we get to our next place, and this is where we were in Florence, and my sister was gonna meet us. She shows up at the Florence hotel and we get up there. Later on, her and Stevie were down in the restaurant talking, and Stevie goes, hey, by the way, what's our hotel room numbers? And my sister was like, I think I'm 307 and you guys are 306. And Stevie just goes, 3 plus 6 equals 9. I was like, okay, that's a bit of a stretch, Mr. Mathematician here, but okay, it is a little crazy. We're going to Tuscany next. If this Tuscany hotel is also the number 9, I just know God is obviously doing something here, like saying, hey guys, what's up? We were all anticipating what this next hotel number would be. We check in and the lady's like, all right, I'll show you guys up to your room. So we go up to the elevator. This lady has no idea that we are like so prepared to see what this hotel room number is, because we have told God, like, God, if this hotel number is number 9, then we know it is you for sure. The elevator door opens and right there, the number 9 is right there, and it's lit up this time. There's like blue lights around it. And I was like, oh. Stevie goes, no, no, no. He starts screaming in the hallway. And now my sister's a part of the freak out session because she had been following along with the story. I looked at Stevie and I kind of got emotional once the adrenaline kind of wore off. And I just said, wow, all the way here in Europe, God is still very much with us. We ended up looking up the biblical definition of the number 9. This is paraphrased, and you can look it up too. It said that the number 9 signified finality. It signified the final judgment. The waiting is going to end. And it's like you're about to enter that next chapter. So we get back to the States. You know, we saw a house that we had potentially thought was literally the one. It didn't work out. We went back to Texas, and I just remembered thinking like, babe, would it be so bad if we just started looking at houses in Austin? I just cannot imagine myself pregnant again in LA without being around family. We had just looked at a property in Austin, and all of a sudden I was blown away. I said, what? This is all of the things that's on our list. And I felt so at peace walking into this home, and he felt it too. And we finally both just like realized we needed to learn to surrender again. It was February when we closed in on this Austin home, which had been the 9th month that we had been waiting. And in that 9th month, God also released another blessing upon us. In that 9th month, I found out that I was pregnant again. And it was just like, oh my gosh, the wait is over. It's like when you feel like, finally, I feel so at peace. I can feel the blessings being released after just going through the trenches of being tested one too many times over the past 9 months. And finally, I felt like we were home. And I just felt like that was God's gift, just the blessing of like walking in that faithfulness. And then get this, when I went to my first doctor's appointment, you guys, the doctor was like, all right, looks like your due date is November 9th. I just thought, what? There goes that number 9 again. And it's just another testament to like, God is just so good. It's just, we prayed that. We're like, give us a story. And God gave us so much to share in this 9 months. So as I put my eyeliner on here, kind of bring this home, this makeup look, but also just this whole message, I just want to say that don't be discouraged by the waiting seasons of your life. 2020 has been a test of faith for many of us. Dreams are on hold, jobs are on hold, desires in our hearts that we feel like we had plans to go after at 2020. It's like we feel like that's on hold. There's a lot of things on hold right now, and our faith is being tested tremendously. And I just feel like for us, You know, God always knew that we needed to be around family. In the areas of our life where it seems gray, where it seems foggy, where it seems fuzzy, there's an opportunity for God to actually play that role in our lives as that loving Father that He is. And I just wanted to encourage you guys today with that. I hope that I did. I'm nowhere near done with this tutorial. I'm gonna do a darker lip. So this one, ooh, the walk of no shame. That's right, Charlotte Tilbury. I want to leave you guys too with this question. What is it in your life right now that you have just been anxiously and maybe patiently just waiting for? Like, God is a loving God, but He's a jealous God. So it's like, whatever that you're putting before God, like that you're obsessing over, it means that you're just really maybe needing to like fine tune a little bit and, you know, lay it down, not just because you're just laying it down and surrendering to just give it up. God never takes anything away from you without, you know, blessing you in return. In this waiting period, whatever you've been obsessing over and idolizing, I just encourage that you would lay it down and just see what God does, you know. This has been so fun coming back on, doing another Makeup and Motivate. I really hope that you guys could take something away from this story today about, you know, being in the waiting season of life. I am literally about to enter that 9-month mark of my pregnancy, and I cannot wait to see her. Check out this side by side, y'all, it's crazy. Baby number 2's on the left, Teeny's on the right, and look at how similar they look. To me, they literally have like the same little nose. Like, I just see so many similarities. But it's gonna be so fun seeing this little girl and what she's like. Like, I'm just preparing for that next season and I cannot wait. This might sound super cheesy and super churchy, but I mean it. If there's anything I can be praying for you about, like, can you just please share it with me below? I know that, you know, the power of prayer is really something that I believe in. And when we were going through some tough stuff, we had people praying for us and it really did help. Let me know how I can be praying for you in this season of life, if there's any prayer requests that you guys have. And also, if you enjoyed this video, what other Makeup and Motivate videos you want to see. I'm finishing this off with the Rouge Artist Chic Brick from Makeup Forever Lipstick. Gonna put that on here. It's a pretty nude brown. This is so fall. Man, y'all, this felt really good for me today. I needed to sit down and get ready. I just feel like, you know, you start to get super pregnant and you're just like, you feel like a foreigner in your own body. So today I feel like I'm back. I'll be sure to mention the products that I use below. I love you all so much, and I just appreciate you guys coming back to my channel and hanging out with me today. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment below, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Until next time, mwah, mwah. Bye, guys.